All right, good morning, everyone. Let's go ahead and get started. So if we can grab a seat, we will get the presentation going, the meeting going. We are getting ready to get started. All right, good morning, everyone. So welcome to our Lake County Eustis chapter of 1 Million Cups. If you have not scanned in, if you could, take a minute to scan the QR code. I believe there's 3 questions. First question is, what event are you attending? It's going to be 1 Million Cups. And this way you will be on the LEAD contact list. And LEAD is a Lake Economic Area Development. And that way they can keep you updated on any and all upcoming events, not only for 1 Million Cups, but also what LEAD has going on. And they put together a lot of great programs. I think some of them we might learn a little bit more. They have a fast track program which help businesses. They do a lot of great stuff. This way you're going to be able to stay up to date with all of that. So we'll give everybody a minute to get signed in. Maybe not a full minute.
Hey Jim, can you tell the newcomers that if they have Android, that they have to use the Google Lens on that?
Yes, thank you, Greg. Yeah, if you have an Android, I don't think the scan will come in, so what you have to do is open up your Google and go to the Google Lens or the Google camera, and then from there, it should pull in the website to get registered. All right, Joseph, you want to go to the next slide? We have our A team working for us today. Monty and the other lead crew is at another event, so let's thank our A team for filling in. Margaret, you're always on the A team. It's just kind of A- for Monty. So our housekeeping before we get started, if we can, let's try to keep our side conversations to a minimum because we want to give everybody our full attention. If we can mute our phones again, so that way it doesn't disrupt during the presentations and the response time. And then we are also filming live on Facebook. One of the suggestions that was made before. You can take a minute while we're going through the presentation and the opening of the meeting, go to your Facebook feed, find the live presentation and share that. One of the things that we are really trying to build is our social media presence. So if you know somebody that is not able to attend in person, ask them, tell them. It's like, hey, we're live on Facebook. Jared, I saw Jared. Where'd Jared go? Aren't we also live on LinkedIn?
Not yet.
Not yet. We will be live on LinkedIn shortly. Jared is working on getting that done. But please tell everybody, it's like, wow, I really wanted to come to one of these meetings. Tell them, join us on Facebook. They can respond. We will have someone, whoever wants to monitor it. Margaret's monitoring our Facebook live feed. They can comment. They can join us online as if they were here live. So we want to thank our host. We have the Mega Workplace, and if you want to hear about all things Mega Workplace, you can scan their QR code. So what the Mega Workplace did is, and they were very, very responsible for helping bring 1 Million Cups to this building. But not only do we have 1 Million Cups in this building, we have the SVDC with John Dorangus in the building. We have the UCF incubator. So what their vision was and what they succeeded at was to bring everything needed to run and have a successful business under one roof. If you have, and we'll go into it more on what 1 Million Cups is about, but if you have a newer business, if you have a business challenge, this is where you're going to come to this meeting. If you need to help structure your business and your business plan and set your balance sheet up, you're going to go meet with John. 2 free services. 1 Million Cups is free. It costs nothing to present, costs nothing to attend, it costs nothing to be part of the organizing team. John Dorangus and the SVDC is a free service that is offered to you and your business. And then if you want to continue to get more feedback and input, you're going to go visit the UCF incubator, set up with them, and they're going to help lead you to a successful business. So everything under one roof, you can start, run, and build a successful business. So we want to thank our sponsors. Foxtail Coffee, they have been our sponsors from day one, and they will be our sponsors ongoing. And what I like to say every week is to say thank you and keep business locally. If you meet somebody today and you want to go talk more, go to a Foxtail, just as a way to say thank you for sponsoring this every week. They provide all the coffee. Again, They are providing it out of the goodness of their hearts to help this program. Go to a Foxtail, meet there. If it's not the Eustis one, there's several locations locally. Have a meeting at Foxtail just to say thank you. And then Latona, raise your hand back there. She's in the back. She's on our mic today. She is our donor sponsor. Thank you, Latona. She is going to be everything on that table over there, all the good stuff, and some of the bad stuff. It's all thankful to her. It's the good stuff. But thank you for that. And we do quarterly sponsorships on the donuts and the goodies on the table. So thank you, Latona. And again, just to say thank you for her. Grab her and go to a Foxtail, have coffee, learn more about Latona. She's an awesome woman. So, what is 1 million cups? I know we've got some new faces today, and we will get introductions on those in a minute. But from the website and from their corporate office, it's a hub or home base for entrepreneurs in Lake County. Again, this is the hub. This is where you want to come when you have a newer business and a business challenge that we're going to help solve. There's over 100 million cups across the country. And the cool thing about it is we're all meeting right now. It may be different time zones, and when their 9 o'clock time hits, they're going to meet. So if you're on vacation and you're going to Vegas, you're going to Denver, if they have a 1 million cups chapter, you can go attend that one because it's going to be, it's the same time, 9 o'clock every Wednesday wherever they have a chapter. Again, no cost, no barriers for participation. Just if you can make it, come. If not, watch us online. It will never cost anything. We get no funding from 1 million cups. The program was put together by William Kaufman and the Kaufman Foundation, and they funded the program. They do have a corporate office, but none of that trickles down. The only thing we get from them is the good stuff that we give away, and we will give away at the end of the meeting. So, bottom line, if you're an entrepreneur and you want to grow your business, this is where you need to be. So again, more about what 1 million cups is. It is presentations and not pitches. So each week we attempt to have a presenter come up. They're going to do a presentation, and they're going to present and we'll learn more about a challenge that they're having in their business. They're not up here to sell your product. They're not up here to fundraise. They're not up here asking for money to build their business. They are up here to present a challenge that they're having in their business, and they're looking for your feedback. At the same time, everybody in attendance, you are here just because you want to be here and give back to the community. You are giving back suggestions. You're not here to sell them my product. Ooh, hey, I've got something that you need to buy that will help your business. That's not why we're here. There's other operations and organizations for that. You're here just to help solve problems for them. And I was talking to a couple of people this morning, and one of the things that we were talking about is you may have a business that is totally unrelated to what our presenter is, and you don't have to be in a similar business to have run across similar challenges that they have in their business that you had in your business. So we like to say, come every week because you don't know what experience that you have had that you can give feedback to the presenters. And then it's connections and not networking. And this is the question that's come up over the last couple of weeks. What is the difference between connections and networking? This is my take on it. There are a lot of great networking programs. Todd, he is the president of a local BNI chapter. Probably the best networking organization in the country and in the world. Networking to me is when you go into a meeting, you go into maybe a chamber meeting, you are passing out business cards, you're talking to people. Networking, you are going to leave that meeting asking for business. Networking can sometimes be a little intimidating to people, so here we are making connections. We want people to meet, we want people to connect. If they say at the end of the meeting, it's like, wow, I really appreciated talking to you today. Can I have a card? And maybe we can meet outside and we can talk more business. You're making organic connections, and I think the biggest difference to me when you're connecting and not networking, I think the bottom line to me is networking is you are leaving or you are looking to ask for business or you are leaving asking someone for business. Connecting, you are not coming here to ask for business. You're just coming here to meet, learn about other businesses. And what we hope is that in time, those connections will organically lead to the two of you doing business together. So I know we had a couple of thoughts on that. Anybody got questions? Any more questions that we can kind of help clear that up? Because I know it's been kind of a confusing question over the last couple of weeks. We good? All right. So who is here for the first time? If you would please stand up. Great job. So what we are going to do, because again, this is not networking, we want to know what your name is and your business name. Not what you do, not the customer that you're looking for, name and business name. Michael, we'll go ahead and start with you.
Okay, my name is Michael Porter.
Get closer to it.
Yeah. Closer?
There you go.
My name is Michael Porter. I'm not representing the business here today, but my background is investment banking. I'm raised in Eustis, but I did 30 years in Switzerland, and now I'm back.
All right, welcome back.
Thank you.
We're going to Derek.
My name is Derek Stryker, and my business is People's Floors.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Stephanie Skinner and my business name is NAVSAV Insurance and the industry is insurance.
Linda.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Linton Fox. My business is NISA Staffing Solutions. We are a staff agency.
Thank you. Eric.
My name is Eric Kleinbach. One of my businesses is called Florida New Era, and I promote healthy cooking.
Then we'll go to you in the back.
Hi, everybody. My name is Karen Berger, and I'm with Bright Realty Connection.
Yay.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Natasha Kleinbach. Listen, this is my father, and my business is Wellness Wisdom. I teach people how to be healthy and well.
All right, let's give him a round of applause for making it here for the first time. Thank you. So hopefully my promise to you is that this will not be your first and only time. You will be back each and every week. So, did everybody put a card in one of the containers, either downstairs or upstairs? Because at the end of the meeting, and maybe even somewhere in between, if I remember, somebody remind me please. If I don't, then we'll do a giveaway for some of the information up here. If you have not put in a business card, the phone will pass it around and we will get that. Make sure that everybody has a chance to win.
Is the glass ball okay downstairs?
Yeah. So, who is eligible to present at 1 million cuts? Basically everybody, but we're going to break it down into a few different groups. So, if you have a business idea or a concept, and I guess the way I always think about it, if you're laying in bed, if you're eating dinner, and you kind of look at something kind of going, that might make a pretty good business. That's a good idea. And you want to present that idea to a group of professionals, successful professionals, to see if that idea would do well in this community or how to bring that to the next step. This is the place that you want to present that idea. And we've had 2 or 3 different concept ideas presented and they got some great feedback. Sometimes it might be that could be a great business. Sometimes you might have a lot of challenges that you might not be able to overcome, and that's okay. You're getting that up front before you go to that next step and meet with John Doremus. If you have a newer business, 1 to 5 years old, you're going to meet the challenges. I think it's like 70% of all newer businesses will fail within the first 5 years, or we'll go to the positive side and say 30% will succeed. The first 5 years is the biggest challenges that businesses have to be successful. Once you hit 5 years, the general success rate of a business is about 90%. So if you have a challenge, and this is what we call our what keeps you up at night. When you have a newer business and you're laying in bed and you wake up at 2 a.m. and that same situation is rolling through your head, how am I going to overcome that? We want to see you up here to overcome those challenges. And again, you're going to have anywhere from 30, 40, 50. We've had as many as 60 people attend our meetings. You're going to have that many successful people in the crowd that is going to give you suggestions and feedback how to overcome that challenge. And then if you're an established business, and again, this is for newer businesses. And when William Kaufman put the program together, it was for that businesses in the startup or the 1 to 5 years to see them succeed. But if you're in an established business, we want to help you too. So all we look for there is if you're looking to grow your business and take it to another level. If you're looking to branch off and add another product, but you're not sure how. If you're looking, you've been 10 years in one location and you want to go to another location and you're not sure, what do I do to open a second location? How do I staff it? How do I find a good place? This is what we want to do because we want to also help established businesses grow and continue to be successful.
Well, with established businesses, what about, this has been around for 30-some years, but trying to deal with the changing time, changing environment,
Unfortunately, when they put the program together, that really isn't one of the criteria that they look for in a presenter. Now, you and I, we can talk about it a little bit more and see what those challenges are. You know, we've had some people that have moved to different locations, been in business for, 30 years, but they've moved to a different location, and now you're getting established in a new location. But again, generally the way that the Kaufman Foundation, and keep this in mind, 1 million cups, this is not ours to do. We still operate under the guidelines and the requirements from 1 million cups corporate office out of Kansas City. So, they really want us to try to keep it organic to the newer businesses or expanding businesses. But let's talk after the meeting and we'll see what those challenges are. So, any way you can think to stay connected with us is up here. I'm not really even sure what the QR code will lead to, but we have a website, we have Facebook, we have LinkedIn, we have YouTube, we have Instagram, and we have X, formerly known as Twitter. Join us and follow us on all of those. Do you have a question, John? Oh, I thought it was all your hand. So, get everybody warmed up, we got everybody on the mics. We're gonna do a question of the day, get everybody involved. So what type of connection, support, or resource would make the biggest difference for you in your entrepreneurial journey right now? You want to take a stab at it?
Great side of Gravity Realty Connection. Excuse me. I do commercial and residential sales. For me, what type of connection? My connection would be for people that are really serious, maybe not right now, but later on in the future, to where they want to acquire a property, commercial or residential. And what I do is, if they're not ready right now, I get them to that level to where in the future they can be ready to go. I help them with my vendor partners and everything. If there's credit issues, whatever it could be, I have different vendors for different things. So I'm just not a transaction broker. I'm here to help people in whatever situation they have.
All right, any other volunteers?
Good morning, everyone. I'm Alan Biles. I'm Solar Power, and probably the thing I'm in most need of, or need a resource, is to get introductions to people who own commercial buildings. Sometimes that's a little bit elusive to get connected to those people, because the investment value of solar and commercial is just unbelievable. So that's probably my challenge, is breaking through that barrier of meeting people that own businesses, own the building. There's a lot of people who own businesses, but they rent. I'm looking for the person who owns the actual building. So that's probably the challenge I'm facing right now.
All right, well, we're looking for our next one. John, you got one?
Yeah.
Oh, Lynn.
Probably our biggest challenge as a staffing company is we would like to find a way to get across the value of staffing. Because most times people look at staffing issues and it's a cost above what you budget for to run your business, to staff your companies or whatever. And how do we get the value, especially the small business that really can't afford staffing companies? So we would like to find a way to have that conversation, show the value, and that there's actually ways to work with staffing agencies to grow your business and not just about cost. So that would be our biggest challenge.
Yeah, I think that's a great point, because I was going to say, I work for a mortgage company, and I think the connection that I would like to make is people that want to, it's short and long term. So many people think short term, and for me a connection would be just people that want to be educated on the market, on where we're going, so it's not just making short-term decisions, but long-term decisions as well. And I think you run in that same category. And see, we're totally different industries, but we have similar problems. This is why you need to show up every week. John.
Well, I don't run a business, but I spent the last 6 months meeting with about 110 of them. So in looking at the things that they need in the short term, I think one of them is affordable benefits to provide employee retention. And the second would be organizational structures, as well as what he's talking about, and that's human resources, finding good talent and keeping them. So.
All right, thank you, everyone. So, our standard format is we have one presenter, and this has been the summer of rescheduling for our chapters. So our standard format is we have one presenter. They generally do a 6 to 7 minute presentation, and we do 20 plus minutes of response and feedback from everybody attending. You know, we like to tell, if you're doing a presentation, we're not going to cut you off at 6 minutes. We will let you extend that because we want you to get that information out there. But we just remind you that if you're doing it and you extend that 6 minutes, it's going to cut into your feedback time a little bit. And then we do the 20 to 22 minutes of response from everybody attending to help solve that what is keeping you up at night challenge. So what we are going to do today is we're going to do mini presentations. So for first timers, this is just a miniature version of what we do every week. So we're going to ask somebody to give us a challenge. We're going to bring them up front. We're going to do about 60 seconds on what that challenge is. And I need a volunteer as a timer. Greg, you want a time for us? So we're going to do about 60 seconds to explain what your challenge is. And then we're going to do 5 minutes of feedback from the audience. And we're going to try to get about 3 to 4 in, if we can, within the time frame that we have scheduled. We want to respect everybody's time and try to get you out of here right at 10 o'clock. So, I already talked to a couple people. Todd, you wanted to be our first volunteer, so come on up. I asked him to be.
Jim told me I was going to be.
I told him.
Good Lord, he gave me 60 seconds. I talked for 2 hours up here. Hi everybody, Todd Edley, Best Version Media. The company I work for, we are an omni-channel marketing solution. We do 1,300 exclusive print magazines across the country. We do social media marketing, and we do SEO, listing, and optimization management. So, I represent neighbors of Lake Eustis. Really easy to understand. It's a community magazine. Almost always feature a family on the front, unless Marie gives me a great idea. Bay Street Players, 50th anniversary, we did last month. My challenge is I'm really good at talking to people and networking with all you guys and small and medium businesses that I meet here. Great success. I help them get their message out to lots of affluent and influential homeowners. The CEO of Gator Harley Davidson is not in this room. The general manager of Plaza Lincoln is not in this room. The big businesses, I have a hard time getting a hold of, getting in front of, and raise your hand if you like cold calling. You almost did. Greg almost did. No one likes cold calling. So my challenge is, how do I get in front of more decision makers? How do I get in front of more business owners? Am I out of time? Or anything? That's my challenge.
I'm on Facebook with the owner of Gator, so I can get you.
That'd be a great catch.
Okay, so one thing on the feedback, let's keep it short and to the point because we only have 5 minutes and we want to get as many responses as possible. So, how do you avoid cold calling? Thoughts? Latona?
You have to get out there and beat the street. Knock on doors. I mean, if you want the guy at Gator Harley, go show up at Gator Harley and ask for him.
It's a woman. It's a woman.
She won't be there.
It's a woman.
Oh, well, I don't know.
I want the guy in charge. There isn't one.
One of the things that we've done, we use LinkedIn quite a bit. LinkedIn has a free, it's free as well. You can use a free, version of LinkedIn. So what we've done, we can just connect, and we start a conversation on LinkedIn. And for us, it's been successful. In New Hampshire, we picked up a hospital health system just by making that connection on LinkedIn and beginning to talk about similarities.
Go find me on LinkedIn. Connect.
Yeah, you stole my thunder. LinkedIn is amazing for business owners and everything, and try to be that first one and go directly to that person that owns it and connect with them and be that first position. But then the other thing is Facebook. I do a lot of research on Facebook, and I'll find people that I know that I'm close and say, hey, I see you're a friend of the Harley Davidson lady there, the owner of Harley Davidson. Then you say, how close are you to them and stuff like that.
And that's a great qualification too. You've got 4,000 friends.
This might be, I don't know, a little unconventional, but ethically bribing.
What's that? Ethically bribing. I like this.
So maybe you go to Gator Harley or Plaza and say you'd like to do a complimentary piece on their location. But just do a little complimentary piece on them,
Mm-hmm.
and let them see it in the magazine, but small, and it gives them a taste of what you can do for them.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Very good idea.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Love that one.
I think start sweet talking the gatekeeper.
I know you like that.
3 or 4 times in a row, you bring them a dozen donuts and just your pamphlet or a copy of the magazine. And sort of you want to see the person that they got the gate closed for. Yeah.
I'm not familiar with the structure or how you get into the organization, but there's a group called Lake 100, which I think has about 180 people in it now, are the largest businesses in Lake County. So there's some Lake 100. They do an event annually and they give out prizes for, best entrepreneur and stuff like that. That would be a good idea.
Greg, how much time?
I was just doing it on
Marie, do you have a thought? All right, last one.
I was gonna say, you could also use and ask your former cover people to spread the word, and just from them, they might know some venue or some group that you could have access to, or an introduction. The other thing is go to all the events, introduce yourself. Don't, and you do that. And I would say any event that you want to go to and you want to target them, I would say you need to go to a bike run, a poker run. Just participate. You don't have to have a bike. Just go and participate, and you'll meet people.
Yeah, so, and I think LinkedIn is making a huge comeback, because when Facebook came around, LinkedIn kind of took a back seat, but I think it's making a big comeback. And when I joined LinkedIn, it was supposed to be like the Facebook for businesses, and a lot of successful employees. My wife's son was hired to Amazon through LinkedIn. They reached out to him, and he's been with them and doing very successful now for, I think, at least 6 years.
Both our boys are professionals, they've both been headhunted through LinkedIn.
Exactly. Yeah, LinkedIn's becoming very big back in the business scene. All right, so you see how this is done. We need a new timekeeper. Sorry, Greg.
I was just doing the presentation.
Okay. So let's thank Pat for involuntarily volunteering for being voluntold. So now that you see how this is done, and again, this is what we do every week, but on a grander scale. We're going to have much more time for his presentation, and we're going to have much more time for the feedback.
So we're going to do 5 minutes for the feedback?
5 minutes on the feedback and about 1 minute.
5, we'll do the
All right, perfect. All
Sorry
right.
about that.
So I tried to set up a couple others. Anybody now this is a true volunteer. Anybody want to go next?
Anybody want to next? We'll throw you up there, so volunteer.
Ready? Timers?
Timers.
Hi, my name is Mark Thibodeau. Our company is TNT CNC Design Studio. Nobody knows what that is. That's one of our biggest challenges, is explaining to people what we do. We do precision cutting of almost any material, and we do a lot of sign work and yard art. Our biggest challenge we find is explaining to people what we do. Our name doesn't do that well enough. Someone mentioned a tagline before. I don't think a single tagline is going to help explain everything that we're capable of doing. And so our biggest challenge is explaining to people what we do, because when people find out, they usually are able to send people our way.
All right, thoughts? All right, Eric, you're going to go first every time, because you had the best one last time.
I really liked that one, by the way.
Oh, no problem at all. You should think about maybe creating a 30-second elevator commercial video, and then create a QR code to show people this is what we do. Let them scan the QR code. You've already got a, for lack of better words, a picture or whatever describing what you do, and show them physically see like a gallery of what you do.
We actually have a monetized YouTube page, and we have a lot of videos on there.
Right, what I'm saying is an elevator pitch. You got 30 seconds.
30 seconds, okay.
So you show them a card, the dot card, whatever, let them flash it, scan it, they can see what you do, and they know in 30 seconds what you do.
Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving
Officer
it.
Coates.
Actually, I was just gonna add on to what he said, if you had a standard business card versus a digital one or whatever, you can put that QR code on there and say, hey, this is an idea of what we do. It's too much for me to explain right here, but, you know.
I do have a digital video or digital business card, but I should attach it to a video. I think that's a great idea.
You can put it on the back of your
Yeah.
standard business card if you
Yeah.
wanted.
Pat.
On a QR.
I mean, the best method to get someone to slowly explain what you do and get them to understand it is print, getting them to read about you where you can actually tell the whole thing. Because you're right, a 30-second or even a tagline isn't going to explain all the features you have. So somewhere where you can get in front of a lot of people in print marketing. I have no idea where that would be.
Yeah.
But
We might do it
somewhere.
Lynn, and then John.
Also, along the same lines with social media, like Facebook as well as LinkedIn, you can do targeting. In other words, you can target by specific zip codes, communities, in terms of finding the people that you want to get your message across to. And using that same video, you can actually put it in, and you can boost it for like $10 a day, $15 a day, and you actually target the people that you want to get your message across to, and that's on LinkedIn as well as Facebook.
Yeah, I think to that point too, is if you have a target market that you want to go to, I haven't boosted anything on Facebook in years, but you can target specific industries as well, correct?
Yes, we're launching a new app, and we did a pre-coming soon, and what we did was a specific targeting to people that we want to get our message across, and in less than 2 weeks, we had over 200 followers on that, for the people that we want to get our message to.
If you specifically target it, we'll go John and then Greg.
So,
John.
so what's the search word that gets me to your website?
Search word.
Yeah. Yeah, I go to Google, I do a search.
Well, to find us, usually people type in CNC router.
But I don't know that. I'm just looking for a service.
And that's that's one of the things that has been brought up a lot on some of our meetings is narrowing down the Google search, because again, like John said, nobody's going to know to search for the name. But hey, if I need this product, there's ways that you can go in there and tag the different products and services that you do. So if somebody says, I'm looking for, making a cutting board, we'll bring you to the top of the list.
And just one follow-up comment. If you're interested in having a free website analysis done by SBDC, we do it.
Another free service.
It's about 50 pages long, by the way.
Great.
So Mark, I wouldn't stress about your business because it's very niche, but I think your best, and I've talked to you about this, is videos. And then on Facebook, I think you should be maybe starting a word of mouth for the CNC world. And from there, attracting others that are in your field and collaborating and say, hey, I am the local person for whatever you need. So you don't have to target every customer. I think videos is the best way. And I love Eric's idea for that 30-second pitch.
All right, how much time left?
48 seconds.
All right, let's finish up with Marie.
I understand what CNC means, okay? But if I'm looking for customized signs, and where I would like to see them, and I've seen them, are in people's homes, outside of their homes. So I would say hook up with a realtor. When they sell a home, to give that, and they usually give a gift to the new homeowner, give them a piece of work, maybe customized for them.
We've done the keys and other things. We probably need to get into a bigger realtor and just the gentleman that we did.
So, and I'm gonna piggyback off of that, and I say this a lot. I haven't said it in a while, but I say this a lot. If you want to add value, or you want to meet some people, join the affiliate board of realtors. Yeah. So you don't have to be affiliated with them. You're going to go. Yeah, there's going to be 8 or 10 different lenders. There's going to be 8 or 10 title companies. There's going to be 8 or 10, but there's only going to be one of you. And I think it's a relatively cheap expense.
Very expensive.
Very inexpensive, but you are there with, and then you can sponsor realtor events. And you're going to meet all of them. You're going to meet all the new ones. They all look for something good. I think for a lot of businesses, they don't think about it. The affiliate board of realtors is a great resource for a lot of businesses. All right. Thank you, Mark. All right, we probably squeeze in 2 more. Any volunteers? Derek, come on up. Now we gotta find another timer. Are you gonna time yourself? 10 minutes. There'll be a 1 in front of his.
It's a lot to say, but I had a flooring store for 20 years. I'm starting a new concept, and what we do is I have a online shop at home service. I don't have to have a showroom, just a warehouse for my own things and very minimal expense. So I pay my bonuses to my installers, which no other flooring store does. Excuse me. I also, we have a separate team that takes the materials and sets them up in the house, so an installer does not have to do all that, and we don't want walls getting banged up and surfaces laid down, so there's that. And okay, well anyway, I have the concept is really good, I get out a lot, but I just don't know how to tell people about my business and different things that we do.
All right, so the challenge is getting the word out. You don't have an in-store location. Everything is done in-home?
Yeah, they are in-home, yes. You go on my website, you do the search, and or you call me and tell me what colors you want or what type of floor. I bring it to your home, which there are businesses that do that, but they don't pay bonuses to the installers after they get paid for their job, so there's an incentive for an installer. Also, we bring the materials because I want my installer to use his trade to do a good job for you, not spend his time delivering and trying to, waste time moving things. Everything's set up for him when he gets there. So.
All right, 5 minutes. Ready? Any thoughts?
So, what's the differentiation between you and somebody else?
So I'm the only company that pays a very high or a bonus to installers. Installers have set prices that they charge per square foot. So the incentive for them to work for me is much greater. I get better installers because they know that they are getting a bonus for a job well done.
So your distinction is higher quality service, because your customer doesn't give a fuck whether you give your installers a bonus.
Correct.
What he cares about is that he has a good quality installation, right?
Yes.
So is it more getting quality installers to work for you, or to get the word out of your product and service?
We're getting the word out. There is a benefit to the client if they know that an installer is working for an additional incentive besides the regular pay that any other flooring store would make. If that makes sense.
10. And I think, do you do trade shows?
No.
So it sounds like you have your consistency of delivery, a level of quality, ducks in a row. But I'm a client, and if all I hear is you're giving people bonuses, and I'm automatically going, oh my gosh, I'm paying you too much.
Correct.
Okay, so my suggestion would be to wine and dine your client a little better. You have to love their house more than they love their house. And once they see that you're falling in love with their nest, and loving what this place can be, and loving what their ideas in color and their cycle can really complement the value, all of a sudden, I have to hang out with you because you love what I love. So I think your concentration is backing into how the client measures value, which is very different than how you measure value.
And what's funny is my prices are usually less or very competitive because I have zero warehouse fee. I have a warehouse, forklift, and all that. I don't pay warehouse fee. I'm just basically, all my savings goes towards the background, towards the people. So that's the part where I'm having a hard time. I can't just go into the house and, hey, I paid my installers a lot of money. Will you hire me?
I don't give a crap.
Yeah.
I give a crap about how good this new floor is going to look in my great house.
Right.
That's all I care about.
Right.
And you can actually charge more. I wouldn't talk about what I'm charging. I used to charge more in many of my businesses than anybody else. And they would use that, well, Tom, you go over and do business with him, he's at the top of the round, he charges more. And I'm like, well, dang, keep saying that, because that's my goal in business, is to have a reputation that I'm allowed to charge more. So I wouldn't enter this from a money savings standpoint. Your competitive advantage is that you're loving this great place that's being created because of you and the owner's teamwork.
So I'm going to give Tom a plug. Tom did a presentation for us, what, 4 weeks ago? Find it online. His presentation was all about that, and he told some great stories. And go Google that if you want to learn how to wow your customer. Go visit Tom's presentation. I think it was early June.
All right.
Go ahead. One more.
Okay. So a little less about that.
Oh.
Piggyback on what Tom said, I agree with you. My first comment was going to be to consider doing First Friday Festival and having a booth at First Friday Festival here in Eustis. That may be an opportunity to meet and interact with homeowners. It has been successful for a lot of us that have booths on First Friday, and you can talk to Christine down at the city or Carl and get set up with that. The second thing would be just the added value you bring, not so much about the savings, but the tremendous value you bring to the customer, the great service, with after-sale service and all that sort of stuff, because you want to be competitive, and I know there's that, but you're doing something nobody else is doing. They're coming to their home. If I met you 2.5 years ago, I would have loved for you to come into my home and actually bring samples and have us do that. I searched, I moved here 2.5 years ago, and I was frustrated to find a flooring installer, flooring company. There was one that I really wanted to give them my business. Oh, well, we won't work on Saturday or Sunday. I mean, absolutely, and we're done at 5. And I'm like, I'm driving 5 hours to try to meet with you, and the only day I can meet is Saturday. It was very frustrating. If I'd have had someone like you that would come in, and it would have really helped us a lot. So I just push that value-added service.
All right, let's thank Derek. All right, we got time for one more. Anyone? Eric, come on up. Timer's ready.
Hello, everybody. Eric Kleinbach, Florida Rare's name of my company. One of the challenges that I face with an established businesses is things change. When I first started in this business, I mean, you may have heard of Zig Ziglar, same business Zig Ziglar started in, was Salad Master. We go in people's homes and cook for them, have 3 or 4 couples, and we would bribe them with free products from our company. The challenge now is that both members of the family usually work, sometimes 2 and 3 jobs, and there's additional inviting guests. They all work, so now you're gonna get 8 to 10 people scheduled together. It doesn't happen anymore. And so the real challenge is getting people to slow down enough, to care enough, to think about making incremental changes to their life, to eat better and cook better. And when people know the name Salad Master, they usually associate it first with high price, without having any explanation behind it and making a decision based on that. So my challenge is, how do I get people willing to see a healthy presentation where there will be an opportunity to invest, but everybody's afraid, oh, they're going to guard their wallets first, but we put the information out there. But can I ask a question for everybody real quick? Does anybody remember the last billboard they saw before they got here today?
Yeah, do they even do billboards anymore?
My point is, if you don't remember what it is, they wasted their money on you. So that's why we try to get face to face. So.
All right, so my first thought, as everybody gathers some thoughts. So I'll give a lead for young professionals. Every month they have a young professional meeting and they have a caterer. You can cater it. Events like that where everybody is getting a chance. You could meet with somebody like Marie, who's the head of the Eustis Chamber, because they have several after-hour events that will need catering. And this way, you want to meet the masses. This is a way to get to some of the masses at one time. Thoughts? Anybody else? Yeah.
Okay, so you actually described the ultimate problem. I think the trick is to back into your new idea, your new concept, your new art of sale becomes how I save time now through whether it's healthier cooking, whether it's a healthier body, or what have you. All our generations we seem to have less time than we ever have. I think you have to show us why I receive time or get more time in my life as a result of participating with you.
If you were to see the presentation, you would learn that, but I need to get you to be willing to sacrifice the amount of time it takes to go out to dinner to let us come cook for you.
What about meeting with restaurant owners and helping them set up like demonstrations? Because some restaurants set up things like that. Oh, just a thought, Greg?
All right, I'm gonna give you a suggestion that you already gave. I think in this day and age, social media is to really make an impact, and time-wise for yourself is I think you need to do that presentation on video and give it to them. Because this in-house thing nowadays with everything, brick and mortars, with the technology and everything, people don't have time because they don't want to make time for it because we're marketed to where everything needs to be quick. So I think to revolutionize and move forward, you really need to have that presentation on video.
What about a YouTube cooking channel? You can cook. You got your sous chef with you. You know, bring a couple of neighbors in.
Her business is different than mine. She's a certified nutrition instructor.
But she can explain why it's healthy. I mean, you do like Mario Batali used to do a cooking show where he only had 2 or 3 people come, but he would cook dinner for them and they would just have conversations. But you could do like a weekly YouTube cooking channel.
Yeah.
Margaret.
I've got Michelle on our Facebook Live comments saying that she's saying safe services. It's recommending that you do lunch and learn events.
We do some of them, yes.
Derek, how much time?
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Hurry up.
Run. Faster.
I have found, and videos are great, but we have the opportunity with the chamber to sponsor a breakfast or sponsor a business after hours, and I really think people are into more interactive things, and to have an opportunity to get up in front of 100 people, because that's what we average for our monthly breakfast, to get up in front of 100 people and you guys could tag team, and a lot of our presentations are not just about business growth and development, because now we have this center as a hub for all those resources. So we have an opportunity to give our members access and information to healthy things. And in this community, we don't have a lot of that. So this would be an opportunity. You could do the whole thing in front of, like I'm saying, 100 people, and that's how you share the word. That's how you share your business, your love of business. And the thing is, people want that personal connection. You can only do so much on social media, but people want that personal connection. They want to see you, they want to meet you, and then they see you in action, and then they can act. So.
Have you talked to them at Lake Tech? Because I think they have a cooking program there, and again, maybe through that you can help teach them and do some in-house demonstration. All right. I think that's our 5 minutes, Derek?
16 seconds.
16 seconds. One quick one. Anyone?
Well, just do it.
Just do it.
Let's do it.
All right. Let's thank Derek for coming up. All right, Jersey, let's go to our next slide. So again, this is what we do every week. Right now, we are looking for presenters. Again, as a presentation, you're going to have roughly 6-ish minutes, 6 to 7 minutes. What we tell you and we recommend that you do in your presentation. We always start with an upfront ask. Get people thinking about what you're going to talk about later on. Then we want to know a couple minutes about yourself, a couple minutes about your business, and then again, go back to the challenge. So then while you're doing your presentation and telling everybody about yourself and your business, then they're thinking about your challenge, you repeat the challenge, and then we do 20 minutes of feedback just like we did today. So this was mini versions of what we do every week. So if you're interested, see one of us with an organizer tag on. and we will tell you how to get signed up. Real simple, go to our website, Lake County/Eustis 1MC, or 1 million cups at Lake County/Eustis something. It was on the slide. Click on the present tab, fill it out. We'll review it and we'll get you signed up. All right. Community announcements, and then we have the bucket for the drawing. All right.
Yeah, let Marie go first.
Marie's always first.
Yeah.
Okay,
Our Marie.
Chamber events, good morning. Chamber events, we are having, well, last week we did 3 ribbon cuttings. Again, all small businesses, but that is our membership. And the 18th will be a ribbon cutting at the Lake Eustis Waterfront Grill. They have put in a new tiki bar, and it's separate from the restaurant, but it's on the same property, and they're having a ribbon cutting at 6 o'clock. So if you would like to come out, it's hot, I know, but I saw they have like the Mr. fans and stuff like that. For anybody that got to participate, got to go see the fireworks on Friday night that the city put on, it was an amazing show, and that was the first time in forever that you could see all of the boats that came up to see that show and came into Fairham Park and listened to the entertainment. So we do have a lot of good things going on, and Monty's not here, but Margaret's going to speak to the Young Professionals, which is an affiliate of the Lake Eustis Chamber of Commerce, and you're going to talk about your July event.
We'll have some announcements on that coming up soon, but if you want to get connected with us online, there's a flyer in the back of the room with all of our social media, and we can get you on your email updates.
And just so everybody knows, the Young Professionals is not just for everybody under 40. Everybody's welcome. They're trying to build this program, so we want to come out and support them. I mean, I know I look like I'm 40, but I'm not. And I've been to a couple of them, and they have gotten
38.
They have gotten some really incredible speakers. Why are you laughing? All right, go ahead, finish up.
I did want to also say that on Monday I went to the Kiwanis, the Umatilla Kiwanis meeting, and I did a presentation about the Lake Eustis Area Chamber of Commerce, and I also included the slide packet on 1 million cups, SBDC, UCF, and they knew nothing about it. And again, you know, the demographics they're a little bit older, but they were very, very excited to hear all of that was going on. So, and it didn't give anybody a heart attack, but most of them were in their 70s and 80s. But they got good information, and I shared it, and maybe we'll see some of them down here too, participating.
Yeah, Marie does a great job for the chamber. Just a reminder for everybody that laughed at my age joke, I'm generally the one that approves and disapproves who presents or not. So there's
a lot of people in the room today,
Jason.
so I just wanted to remind you, SBDC is a no-cost consulting service. There are over 30 consultants in Central Florida that will help you with anything you need help with. I'm in room 108 downstairs, but we do international trade, exporting, importing, government contracting, and it's all without cost. So if you would like to see me after, and we can schedule something.
Yeah, and we talked about that earlier, and I hit on some of the other stuff, but yeah, I mean, in this building, you can get so much free help to be successful. John, how many years experience?
50.
50 plus years experience just in John. And then we have our UCF incubator. This is the place you want to be for success in your business and future businesses. Alan.
Hello everyone, once again, my name is Alan Biles, and first thing I'd like to do is to remind you all, or invite those that are new that don't know, every Monday night at 5:30 at the Chamber of Commerce, we have a Toastmasters Club we have formed, and those that don't know anything about Toastmasters, it's an opportunity for you to develop your speaking skills, so you can gain confidence in communicating, whether it's one-on-one or if it's in a group. One of the things that happens at a Toastmasters is, as a guest, when you come, and we do this, we don't just do it to guests, we do it to everybody, we have at the end of our meeting table topics. And it's where you're given an opportunity and a subject to talk for 2 minutes on a particular subject. And for instance, Derek got up, and I know it was very impromptu, but in the same fashion that we were getting people up here today, one of the things we do is we keep track of your ahs and ums. We tend to, as people talk, and while we're thinking of what we're going to say. What Toastmasters does is, in a very warm environment like this, helps you to hone those speaking skills. For instance, in Derek's case, he had, in that 1 minute, he had 9 ums. And so, when it's brought to your attention, it helps you to develop those speaking skills. So I'd like to invite all of you to come. I won't be there, unfortunately. This is my last for the next 2 months. I'm going to be gone on a trip. But I would like to invite all of you. Pete is a member. Jason is involved. Tom is involved. Marie is involved. So see any one of us, and please come join us for Toastmasters. The other thing I have, real quick, a friend of mine in Michigan is a school bus driver in the Pier, and we've been friends since high school. She informed me that there's a young lady named Jatavia. She's 13 years old, and she has a very, very rare form of cancer, and it's terminal. The doctors have given her parents no hope of any success, and so she's very brave and facing and working with her parents, the funeral and all that sort of stuff. And Kim said one of her dreams was to always come to Florida, and that's probably never going to happen at this point. But she said how awesome it would be if people from Florida would write her a letter of encouragement and just support and thinking of you or praying for you or something like that. So what I've done for those that would like, with Debbie's help putting the labels together, I have put together some cards. I put little stickers on them, and it's got the mailing label. And if you'd like to take one, they're blank note cards that you could write a note to Jatavia and just put a stamp on it and send it to her. It's a way of just giving a young lady.
Let's hear some encouragement.
So we're up here, anybody would like to take one or two.
And some of us do know that there is hope because we have the great healer.
Amen. Amen. Pray for her, please.
As a community here at Million Cups, this is very important. If you guys can all just share this program and this great, it's awesome. And you guys know business people in other states. This is not just here on Wednesdays. It's across the nation at this time every Wednesday. So share with other people. If you've gotten benefit out of this, with all your business friends. I mean, it doesn't have to be business. This is great education for young people, just to provide for their families. So it's very simple. Just share it every week before you get over here to Million Cups, and encourage everybody. It's across the nation, Wednesdays.
Yeah, one of the things I always talk about is how do you set yourself apart from your competition? Separate yourself from your competition. If you know somebody, if you have a business partner that you think this would be a benefit to them to join, bring them. Because again, that is going to stand out to them that you brought them to a great event. And if you came this week, come back next week, bring a friend. But bring a business partner, because that adds value to their business, and that value was created by you bringing them to a great event like this. So that separates you from your competition. Real quick, Marie, because we're in overtime, and then we're going to do a group picture and our winner.
I just want to say that the Fast Track program, the 10-week program, is free. They meet, when does your next one start?
Third quarter, but I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah, I think it's third quarter. I think this one's going to be in Claremont, you know? Yeah, it'll be in South Lake.
It'll be in South Lake, third quarter. We'll have flyers for that in a few weeks. Yeah.
Well, the one that was here, because it's convenient for us at the north end of the county, it's a fantastic program. I know if you've been in business for so long, it's good to just go and work through the program. And there are quite a few in here that have done it. So I would say check into that also.
And a great mention for South Lake. If you have business partners in South Lake, please invite them. I know it's a little bit of a drive, but I think they'll find that it's well worth it to head this way for our weekly meeting. And again, they only make one a month. Then it's one a month that I think they'll get a lot of value out of. Our winner today is Karen Berger. So Karen, you're going to get your pick of anything on the video table. And then we're going to go ahead and wrap up. Last slide. My favorite part is we're going to do a group picture so we can gather up here. And thank everybody for attending.